Tip number 6 on how to effectively use the Share Your Faith app is this: how to lead the person through the prayer to receive Christ. When a person gets to the point of the prayer, they've already said, yes, I want to receive Christ and cross over to God. But when it comes to the prayer, they feel very inadequate about the prayer. They've heard prayers recited in church, but they're not confident that their own prayers really reach heaven and God responds to them. And so the confidence level on anybody I've talked to is very low. And so what I do to help them is I take them through the prayer, I read it, or have them read it, and then I say, that's a good prayer, isn't it? And they always say, yes, it is. I say, does that prayer express the desire of your heart? Well, it always does, because they've already said they wanted to cross over. So they say, yes, it does. Then I say, now you can pray this prayer anytime on your own, because it's between you and God. But if you want, I'd be happy to lead you in a prayer right now. You just visualize God looking at you. You talk to him from your heart, and I'll guide you through the prayer, phrase by phrase. Would you like that? And they always say yes. That's just much more confident, gives them more security. They appreciate it big time. So I always guide them through the prayer to receive Christ. Let me share with you a story that illustrates this way of leading them through the prayer. I went into Wells Fargo Bank, and I needed to talk to a banker in order to get a debit card. When the banker came out, he looked like Arabic, a little darker complected, black hair. He took me back to his desk, and the name on his desk was Mohammed, something I couldn't pronounce. So I made the assumption that he was possibly a Muslim. Well, as conversation went on, he was gaining information from me and entering it into his computer. He found out that I was a pastor, and so at that point I said, well, what is your church background? And he said, well, my wife and I have gone to a Catholic church on 2 occasions. I said, good. I have an app that explains how to get closer to God if you'd like to see it when you're all through. He said, yeah, I would. So when we're all finished, he turns his chair over to me away from the computer and he says, okay, show me the app. And so that let me know that there's a good degree of openness there. So I took him through the app. He really liked it. I showed him the prayer and I explained, you can pray this prayer on your own at any time. We're right here in front of everybody at Wells Fargo at his desk. So I said, you can pray on your own. But if you want, I'd be happy to lead you in a prayer to receive Christ. You would visualize God looking at you, and you would talk to him from your heart, and I'd guide you through the prayer, phrase by phrase. Would you like to do that? He said, yes, I would. So we prayed. We bowed our heads, and we prayed, and I led him through the prayer, and he received Christ right there in front of God and everybody at Wells Fargo. And when we're all through, I took him through ESPN. He really liked that. And he said, I'm going to download this right now so I can take it home to my wife and share it with her. And so then I'm wondering about this Muslim connection is what I thought. And so I said, what country are your parents from? He said, Mexico, born and raised. And so I said, well, how did you get the name Mohammed? And he looked at the name badge on the desk and he said, oh, this is not my desk. And so my assumptions were blown out the window. He was not a Muslim, but he was in the red zone of his spiritual journey. And asking the question, it was what led him into the discussion about spiritual things. He was open, and I just led him through the prayer. He wanted me to lead him. It was a very sweet story, and he is growing in his relationship with Christ.